Hi everybody, this is the video I mentioned in my previous video regarding lights in coaches. Before I start, apologies for parrot noises. Because of the cold weather, I can't work in the attic or my workshop because it's absolutely freezing, even with heaters on. So I've got to work in the conservatory, which you can probably hear damn birds in the background. But yeah, this is the video to show you how I install a particular kit in coaches. As you probably know, there are various kits out there. In a previous video of mine, I showed you ESU, fully controllable circuit boards to install lights in coaches. The strip light was in various banks, and you can control individual banks via the onboard DCC controller, stroke decoder, rather. So you could have all banks coming on at the same time, or one bank coming on, then another bank coming on, doing different procedures as they turn on. If you want to see that, it's about 12 months ago I did that. If I remember, I'll put a link to it in the description below. But yeah, this particular lighting kit was by Layouts for You. I think that's what they're called, which are pretty good. I'll tell you once I've done the next coach, the pitfalls, if any, and the benefits of using them. Now this has a strip light in which goes about that long, and it's controlled by a latching reed switch. So if I move a magnet over, the lights come on. As you can see, move it back on, lights go off. Come on you come. Is that what you believe it? Oh, there they are. You must have to move it, the magnet. It's a simple magnet. I bought this one, telescopic one, in case I needed to reach coaches that were a bit of a distance away from me on the layout. And you can get various types of magnets. Simple magnets to turn these on and off. On. Off. So yeah, what I'll do now is I'll stop the video. No, I won't. I'll show you the components first. The components are just a simple battery, 2032, 3-volt battery. The latching reed switches. You may or may not know there are 3 main types: always on, always off, and latching. So the always on, once power supplied, it's on. So if I were to put one in that coach and apply power, it would be on until I move a magnet over, and then they'll turn off. As soon as I move the magnet away, they'll come back on again. So that's always on. Always off is when the power is applied, they're not on. Move the battery over it and they'll come on. Move the battery away and they'll go off. But whereas these are latching, so if I move the battery over it, they'll come on. So I can remove the battery and it'll stay on. As I've just showed you, put the battery over the reed switch again and it'll go off. So that's the difference between the 3 main types of reed switches. Other people call them mercury switches, but the common name is reed switches, and they've got a tiny battery, magnet, which you should just be able to make out. And it's the external battery, keep saying battery, the external magnet interacts with that magnet and switches it on and off. So that's that. You get wire, red and black wires with the kit, and LED strip. Now if you find the light too bright for you, you can always add a resistor, and it'll dull the lights, but I'll talk about that later on. There are different types of resistors you can get to install in the kit. So that's it for this part of the video. What I'll do now is I'll stop this and I'll show you the next stage. Thanks very much. Hi again. This is the next coach I want to install lights in. I've got about 6 of these East Coast coaches of various types, various models rather, of the East Coast. I've also got HST, East Coast HST, which I bought these coaches to go with. I don't think I'm going to shut these birds up, so again apologies for the noise they're going to make. I've got a new baby African grey which I bred, and she's starting to find a voice. The one that's making the most noise at the moment is a Senegal, which is right behind me. But anyway, these are the coaches I'm using. They are Mark IV. Get that in shot. Coaches, and the way you take the top off is by unclipping 2 clips, one each end, which I'll show you now. You'll probably find other videos on these lighting kits, and probably do a better job than me. So yeah, what you have to do, the recommendation is to use a screwdriver under here, which I don't like using screwdrivers against plastic components. They tend to damage the plastic, so I use these, don't know what you call them. I think they're used to open mobile phones. I don't think they're called spatulas, but whatever. So I use these. So I just put it behind there, unclip it, get on the other end, behind there, that part there, and clip it. And the top should come off. And watch it come back on again. The other one came off extremely easy. What I'll do is I'll stop the video now. I'll take the top off in case I damage it on camera. Okay, I've got it off. A little bit tight, this one, but I suppose it has to be because there are only clips, one each end. So I think it relies on the windows to hold it in position between the 2 ends. So I don't need this bit now, so I'll put that to one side. I have a cradle somewhere which I'll put this in. What I intend to do now is to solder the wires onto the strip of LEDs, and I won't show me doing that because everybody knows how to solder. I just use things such as the helping hand I use that's disappeared. Everything else. So I'll have to find my small helping hand. Sure, I can find everything but the helping hand. So yeah, I'll solder this together. I'll show you that, and then I'll show you how I fix it in the roof. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, the situation I'm at now is I've soldered all the components together. I soldered the plus halfway down because this reed switch is better placed halfway, or the centre rather, of the coach. There's no reason why you can't have it if you want it at the very end. There's no reason why you can't. But I've decided to put mine in the centre, so it'll be like that. The battery component will be stuck down, probably using black tack, as I did with the previous one, and that'll be it. So the reed switch, where's my magnet? It's simply on, off, on, off, and that's how easy it is. The black wire, by the way, is soldered to the center terminal on the battery holder, and the red can be on either, doesn't matter. The reason it's got two is I could connect another red wire up to there to another set of lights, should I want to. It's not the only reason it's there for. So the black center, red on either of the two outer terminals, and that's it. So I'll fit this in the roof of the coach, and I'll show you that. So that's this part ended. Thanks very much. Right, I'm back again. What I've now done is fix the LED strip light to the roof of the coach, and I've just put the battery holder there and just taped down the wires. So the reed switch is here. So if I now move the mouse, the magnet over, switches them on, switches them off, switches them on. Okay, so I'll put the top back on the coach, and I'll show you that, and then I'll talk about the pitfalls, if any, and alternative methods of getting power to this. So that's this part finished. Right, I've now put the top back on, and let's see if it works. Yep, there we go. Again, if you find the lights a bit bright, you can add a resistor. If you use a high value resistor, it'll go darker. Just experiment with different resistors. But I'll have a talk about that in a minute. So, yeah, thanks very much. I'll have to take the top off these again in the not too distant future, so I can put people inside the coaches. So that's it, and this was relatively straightforward. Didn't take long to do. So I'll box this back up, and I'll talk about the light strips themselves. Okay, thanks very much. Okay, final part. What do I think? I think for the money, which I think it was £6 for the kit, as mentioned, includes the wire, the LED strip, the latching reed switch, and battery holder. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a lot you can do with it. I think both birds are at it now. There's a lot you can do with it in coaches to improve it. The only negative part, if you can call it negative, is having to replace the battery. Now, I've been told the battery lasts for 75 hours, which is an awful long time, considering how long they're going to be on for. Now, replacing the batteries, I would have thought, is dependent on the coach. The Mark IV was very easy to get into and put the top back on. Some are not so easy, some may be easier. So it all depends on how you feel you want to keep taking the top off to replace the battery, which will not be often. I don't know, maybe you can glue the battery underneath the coach, but I'd be concerned of it fouling on something on the track. In terms of whether or not you feel they're too bright, as mentioned, you can add resistors. You can try with a low value resistor and then increase the resistor to the level you would like the brightness of it. You can get things called potentiometers, which basically are variable resistors. I've got them packed away, or I could have showed you, and you can fit them in. And some of them are so small you could fit them underneath, and just use a screwdriver, and you turn the potentiometer just like you would turn a screw. It would increase the brightness or decrease. So you can include potentiometers. If you didn't want to use batteries, you can use pickups on the wheels and get the power from the track. With this particular kit, you would need resistors. There are various options of protecting LED strips. If you're on DCC and you want to get the power from a track via pickups on the wheels, you would need to use bridge rectifier to control the polarity. So if you turn the coaches around, it still work, and so on. Potentiometer controls the polarity from the track to the LEDs. You could also include capacitors, should you have dirty track or going over points to stop flickering. The good thing about the battery option is you haven't got to worry about dirty track or flickering, because it's got its power from the battery. I've used both. If you look at a previous video, and again I'll try and, if I remember, I'll put it in the description, of the ESU controllable LED strips, which they work out about £20 each, depending on where you buy them from. I think I bought some for 18, and again they've got their own DCC chip on board, and you can add all sorts of other things such as capacitors or a little tiny battery, which I've forgotten what they're called now, to control it over points or dirty track. And there are lots of things you can do via CVs to control the lights. Again, if I show you the video, you'll, if I forget, have a look back about 12 months and you'll see it. The ESU lighting strips, they are very, very, very good. There are also others by, I think it's Train Tech, where again that uses batteries, where it uses motion. So when the train starts, the lights come on, and when you stop the train, after about 5 minutes, the lights will go off. But again, that uses batteries, so you'd have to take the top off anyway. For a price point, I think they're about £25. But for £6 per coach, it's not bad to use these LED strips. Now, I don't mind taking the tops off. Oh, shut up, bird. Rosie, quiet. I suppose this video is going to sound awful with these birds going on in the background. All the wolf whistles. So yeah, in short, I quite like these light strips. I'll use them in conjunction with my ESU. The ESU ones I'm going to put in my HSTs and my Class 800. These LED strips will go in my cheaper coaches. Although the Mark IVs that I've got weren't that cheap. Thank you, Rosie. I think she's trying to tell me something. Yes. So yeah, that's it. If you're looking for a cheap alternative to put lights in your coaches, have a look at layouts for you. I think I better stop this now. They're getting a bit too frisky. Bye for now. Yeah, but the next video will be on my turntable and how I install a Pico turntable with a Pico controller. So thanks very much. Bye for now. See, that kiss you just blown me. Okay, bye.